Marcus Chen stared at the crumpled piece of paper in his hand, and his blood ran cold. 3 words, just 3 words written in shaky handwriting. "I'm so sorry." But wait a minute. This wasn't just any piece of paper. And what happened next would save a teenager's life at exactly 3:47 a.m. Let me tell you. September 23, 2023. Madison Square Garden, New York City. The Justin Bieber Justice World Tour had just wrapped up. 20,000 fans had gone home. The lights were off. The crew was packing up equipment. Justin was in his dressing room, exhausted. Another sold-out show. Another perfect performance. He was grabbing his jacket when something fell out from behind the mirror, a folded piece of notebook paper. He almost threw it away. Fan letters sometimes got everywhere. Security usually filtered them out, but something made him open it. Maybe it was the way it was folded, perfectly creased, like someone had taken their time with it. The handwriting was messy, like someone's hand was shaking while they wrote. The ink was smudged in places, like tears had fallen on it. The note said this: "I came to your concert tonight. Seat E47. I used my college fund money. This is my last night alive. I wanted to hear you sing one more time before I do it. Thank you for your music. I'm so sorry. Jake, 17. Justin's heart stopped. Seat E47. Last night alive. 17 years old. And here's the thing. The note had been written during the concert. There was a timestamp at the top. 9:47 p.m. The show had ended at 11:30 p.m. That meant this kid Jake had written a suicide note during the concert, during the music, during the songs. While Justin was performing Lonely, this kid was writing his goodbye letter. Justin immediately called his tour manager. They pulled up the seating chart, seat E47. They checked the ticket purchase, paid in cash, no name, no credit card, no way to trace it. Security footage. They needed security footage. It took them an hour, but they found it. Camera 12, entrance B, a teenage boy, thin, hoodie, baseball cap pulled low. He walked in alone at 8:45 p.m. He sat in E47 for the entire show, and at 11:34 p.m. he walked out, alone. The footage showed something else too. During the encore, while everyone around him was standing and cheering, Jake just sat there, writing, the notebook on his lap, his shoulders shaking. But here's where the story gets even more intense. The security guard remembered him, an older guy named Raymond who'd worked MSG for 30 years. That kid. Quiet, polite, didn't talk to anyone. When Raymond asked if he was okay, the kid just smiled and said he was fine. Best night of his life, actually. Best night of his life. And his last night alive. Justin felt sick. This kid had spent his college fund, had written a suicide note during Lonely, had smiled and said everything was fine. And now he was out there somewhere, planning to die. Tonight. It was already 1:15 a.m. The note said last night alive. That could mean any moment now. Justin made a decision. A crazy decision. He told his team to pull every resource they had. Social media, fan databases, security footage from nearby cameras. Anything. His manager thought he was overreacting. Maybe it was just a dramatic fan letter. Maybe the kid was fine. Maybe they should just call the police and let them handle it. But Justin refused. Something in his gut told him this was real. This was urgent. This was life or death. And then something incredible happened. One of Justin's social media team members, a woman named Priya, had an idea. She started searching Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Hashtags from that night. Photos from the concert. Anything tagged Madison Square Garden, September 23rd. 2 hours of searching. Nothing. Then, at 3:12 a.m., she found something, a photo, posted on Instagram at 11:52 p.m. The caption said, "Best concert ever. Thank you, Justin Bieber, for everything. This meant the world to me." The photo showed a selfie, a teenage boy, thin face, sad eyes, but smiling. Behind him, you could see the MSG stage in the background, the same hoodie from the security footage. The username was Jake Riverside 17, just like the note. Priya screamed. She ran the username through every database they had, cross-referenced it, matched it, found something, a YouTube account, same username, one video uploaded, 3 months ago. The video title was, "Why I'm Done." The video was heartbreaking. Jake talked about losing his mom to cancer, dropping out of school, his dad leaving, foster care, depression, anxiety. The feeling that nobody cared if he existed. And at the end of the video, Jake said this: "If there's any reason I'm still here, it's music. Specifically, Justin Bieber's music. It's the only thing that makes me feel less alone." But the video only had 47 views. Nobody had seen it. Nobody knew. Except now, Justin knew. Priya kept digging. The Instagram account had a location tag on an older post. Riverside, New Jersey, a small town 40 minutes from New York City. They had a first name, a town, a face, but no last name, no address, no phone number. It was 3:28 a.m. now. Time was running out. Justin made another crazy decision. He called the Riverside Police Department directly. At 3:30 in the morning, a police sergeant named Mitchell answered. Justin explained everything: the note, the concert, the Instagram, the YouTube video, the teenager named Jake who was about to kill himself. Sergeant Mitchell didn't hesitate. He knew exactly who Jake was. Jake Rivers, 17 years old, foster kid, lived with an older couple on Maple Street. Good kid, quiet, kept to himself. Mitchell had pulled him over once for riding his bike without a light. They'd talked for 20 minutes. Jake had seemed lonely, really lonely. Mitchell grabbed his keys and ran. At 3:39 a.m., Sergeant Mitchell pulled up to the house on Maple Street. The lights were off. He knocked on the door. The foster parents answered, confused and worried. Jake's room was empty, window open. He was gone. And here's the part that still gives people chills. The foster mom said Jake had come home around midnight. Went straight to his room, said he was tired. She heard him leave through the window around 2 a.m. She'd assumed he just went for a walk. He did that sometimes when he couldn't sleep. She noticed something else. Jake's concert ticket stub was on his desk. Next to it, an empty pill bottle. The prescription label had been torn off. Mitchell's heart was racing. Where would a suicidal 17-year-old go at 2 a.m.? The foster dad had an idea. There was an old railway bridge about 2 miles away. Kids used to hang out there. It was tall, isolated, dangerous. Mitchell drove 90 miles an hour. At exactly 3:47 a.m., he arrived at the bridge, and there was Jake, standing on the edge, looking down at the water below, 60 feet down, maybe more. Mitchell got out of his car slowly, didn't want to startle him. He called out Jake's name. Jake turned around, tears streaming down his face. He looked confused. How did Mitchell know his name? How did he know to come here? And this is where the story becomes something else entirely. Mitchell held up his phone. He'd been on a call the entire drive. The call was still connected, and on the other end of that call was Justin Bieber. Justin's voice came through the speaker, shaky, emotional, desperate. "Jake. My name is Justin. I found your note. I read your YouTube video. And I need you to know something. You said my music makes you feel less alone. But here's the truth. Your note made me feel less alone too." Jake was frozen. This couldn't be real. Justin Bieber. At 3:47 a.m., talking to him? Justin kept talking. "When I was 17, I tried to kill myself too. Nobody knows this. I've never said it publicly, but I stood on a hotel balcony in Toronto, 14 floors up, ready to jump, and the only thing that stopped me was my mom's voice in my head, singing to me, the way she used to when I was little." Jake was crying harder now. Sergeant Mitchell was crying too. Justin's voice cracked. "Jake, your life matters, not because of me, not because of my music, but because you're 17 years old and you deserve to see 18, 19, 20, 30. You deserve to fall in love, to laugh at stupid jokes, to eat pizza at 2 a.m. with friends, to feel the sun on your face." Jake stepped back from the edge, just one step, then another. Justin kept going. "I'm not going to lie to you and say everything gets easy. It doesn't. But it gets different. And different is enough. Different is everything." At 3:52 a.m., Jake sat down on the bridge, safe, alive, breathing. Sergeant Mitchell sat next to him, put a blanket around his shoulders, kept the phone on speaker. Justin stayed on that call for 2 hours, until 5:47 a.m., until the sun came up, until Jake agreed to go to the hospital, to get help, to try. And here's what nobody knew. Justin didn't sleep that night. He canceled his morning interview with Good Morning America, canceled a photo shoot, canceled a brand deal worth $500,000. He stayed on the phone with Jake, talking, listening, just being there. But the story doesn't end there, not even close. 3 days later, Justin flew back to New York. Not for a concert, not for an interview, for Jake. He visited him at the psychiatric hospital where Jake was getting treatment, brought him food, sat with him for 6 hours, talked about music, about pain, about surviving. The hospital staff couldn't believe it. Justin Bieber sitting in the common room, no cameras, no press, just talking to a teenager who'd almost given up. Justin set up a trust fund for Jake's education, for his future. $200,000. Fully funded college, therapy costs, whatever Jake needed. And then Justin did something that changed everything. He made a video, posted it on his Instagram. 40 million followers saw it immediately. The video showed Justin holding Jake's crumpled note, the one from backstage, and Justin told the whole story, the concert, the search, the 3 a.m. phone call, the bridge. But here's the thing. Justin blurred out Jake's face, changed his name in the story, protected his privacy completely. The message was simple. If you're struggling, reach out. If you're in pain, speak up. If you're thinking about ending it, call someone, anyone. Because somewhere, someone is searching for you at 3 a.m. The video got 60 million views in 24 hours, 100 million in 48 hours. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline saw a 300% increase in calls that week. 300%, and people started sharing their own stories. Thousands of them. Millions of them. I was on a bridge too. I wrote a note too. I thought nobody cared too. But someone did. Someone always does. 2 months later, Justin announced something new. The Jake Project, a nonprofit foundation providing free mental health resources for teenagers in foster care, therapy, counseling, crisis hotlines, all free, all anonymous, all accessible. First-year funding, $5 million, all from Justin's own money. Today, in 2024, the Jake Project has helped over 15,000 teenagers. 15,000 kids who felt alone, who felt invisible, who thought about bridges and notes and last nights alive. And Jake? He's 19 now, studying music production at Berklee College of Music in Boston. Full scholarship from Justin's trust fund. He's alive, he's thriving, he's creating. He and Justin still talk. Every week. Sometimes just a text, sometimes a call. Sometimes just a voice note saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about you." On the 1-year anniversary of that night, Jake posted something on Instagram, a photo of the bridge, same spot. But this time, he was standing in the middle of it, safe, smiling, alive. The caption said this: "A year ago, I was going to jump. Today, I'm jumping into my future. Thank you to the stranger who found my note. Thank you to the cop who drove 90 miles an hour. Thank you to everyone who proves every single day that life is worth the fight." Justin commented immediately. "You saved yourself, Jake. I just answered the phone." That post got 12 million likes because people understood. People knew. People had been there too. The crumpled note still exists. Justin keeps it in his wallet every single day. A reminder that sometimes 3 words on a piece of paper can change everything. "I'm so sorry" became "I'm so grateful." Seat E47 at Madison Square Garden now has a small plaque, invisible unless you know where to look. It says this: "Someone sat here once and chose to stay. If you're reading this, choose to stay too." And somewhere in New Jersey, a railway bridge has new fencing, higher, safer, harder to climb. The town installed it after that night. They didn't want another Jake, another 3 a.m., another almost. The final truth is this: Justin Bieber found a suicide note backstage, and instead of ignoring it, instead of assuming someone else would handle it, instead of going to sleep, he spent 5 hours searching for a stranger, made a phone call at 3:47 a.m., and saved a life, not because he's a celebrity, not because he's Justin Bieber, but because he understood that 17-year-old pain, that loneliness, that darkness, and he refused to let another kid disappear into it. If this story moved you, share it, not for views, not for likes, but because someone you know might be standing on their own bridge, writing their own note, thinking nobody cares. Show them that somebody does. Show them that 3 a.m. phone calls happen, that strangers search, that hope exists even in the darkest moments. And if you're the one on the bridge right now reading this, put down the note, step back from the edge, make the call, send the text, reach out. Because somewhere, someone is looking for you. Someone is willing to drive 90 miles an hour. Someone is willing to stay on the phone until sunrise. You just have to give them the chance.